come to the third part of the light middleweight history, boxing history. So the started off on the last one, end of the second, was Buster Drayton, June the 4th, 1986. Buster Drayton wins on points. Over 15 rounds against Carlos Santos in East Rutherford, New Jersey for the vacant IBF title. And Buster Drayton would cause an upset in Britain over Mark Kaler. On the same night, another American come over and caused a bit of an upset against our own Frank Bruno in the last round when Frank Bruno was outboxing him until head on points and then got caught in the last round. So it was a double bubble night for the Americans coming over to England and destroying the British fighters. But anyway, Buster Drayton, good fighter. So, August 24th, 1986, Buster Drayton wins in the 10th round. Referee stops the fight against young Davy Moore. And that was in Jean Les Pins in France. So, you've got March the 27th. March the 27th. March the 27th there. 1987. Buster Drayton wins in the 10th round by retirement against Sayed Skouma from Algeria in Cannes, France. And then you've got June 27th, 1987. Matthew Hilton, real banger he was, very sort of Ricky Hatton-like with the body shots. He wins on points over 15 rounds against Buster Drayton in Montreal, Canada. Then October the 16th, 1987, Matthew Hilton wins in the second round. Referee stops the fight in the second round against Jack Callahan in the US, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Then November the 4th, 1988, Robert Bam Bam Hines from the US wins in the 12th round. Referee stops the fight against Matthew Hilton. Remember that? Robert Bam Bam Hines coming back from addictions to win the title. Good story there. That was in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then February the 5th, 1989, Darren Van Horn wins on points over 12 rounds against Robert Bam Bam Hines, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Then July the 15th, 1989, Gifrano Rossi wins on points over 12 rounds against Darren Van Horn, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Then October the 27th, 1989, Gifrano Rossi wins on points over 12 rounds against Troy Waters from Australia and St Vincent, Italy. Now, April the 14th, 1990, Gifrano Rossi wins in the 7th round. Referee stops the fight against Kevin Diago from Monte Carlo, Monaco. Then July the 21st, 1990, Gifrano Rossi wins on points over 12 rounds against Darren Van Horn, Marino, Italy. November the 30th, 1990, Gianfranco Rossi not Giovanni, it's Gianfranco Rossi. April the 14th, 1990, Gianfranco Rossi, after beating Troy Waters on points, wins in the 7th round against Kevin Diago in Monte Carlo, Monaco. Then July 21st, 1990, Gianfranco Rossi wins on points over 12 rounds against Darren Van Horn, again in Marino, Italy. Just done them. So again, we go November the 30th, 1990, Gianfranco Rossi wins on points over 12 rounds against Rene Jacot from France in Marsala, Italy. Then May the 16th, 1991, Gianfranco Rossi wins on points over 12 rounds over Ron Amundsen from US in St Vincent, Italy. July the 13th, 1991, Gianfranco Rossi wins in 12 rounds against Glenn Wolfe from the US in Avezzano, Italy. So he beats Ron Amundsen in 12 rounds on points, and then he beats Glenn Wolfe 12 rounds on points. Then November the 21st, 1991, Gianfranco Rossi wins on points again, third one in a row on points, wins on points over 12 rounds on points against Gilbert Baptiste from the US. What I meant by again was he's won 3 times on the trot on points against people. And the Gilbert Baptiste fight from the US is in Perugia, Italy. Now he gets a stoppage. April the 9th, 1992, Gianfranco Rossi wins in the 6th round. Referee stops the fight against Angel Hernandez from Spain in Salerno, Italy. Then he goes back to winning on points again. So we got July the 11th, 1992, Gianfranco Rossi wins on points over 12 rounds against Gilbert Dell in Monte Carlo, Monaco. Then January 20th, 1993, Gianfranco Rossi wins on points over 12 rounds against Gilbert Dell again. So twice he beats Gilbert Dell on points, this time over 12 rounds in Avarese, Italy. We got September the 17th, 1994. Vincent Petaway wins on the 4th round KO against Gianfranco Rossi in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then April the 29th, 1995, Vincent Petaway wins in the 6th round by KO against Simon Brown in Landover. Then August the 12th, 1995, Paul Vaden wins in the 12th round. Referee stops the fight against Vincent Petaway, Las Vegas, Nevada. December the 16th, 1995, Terry Norris wins on points over 12 rounds against Paul Vaden, Philadelphia. Then January 27th, 1996, Terry Norris wins in his 2nd round. Referee stops the fight against Jose Luis Vado from Nicaragua. That's in Phoenix, Arizona. Only the IBF belt at stake. Norris relinquishes the IBF title to make the title vacant. April the 12th, 1997, Raul Marquez from the US wins in the 9th round. Referee stops the fight against Anthony Stevens from the US in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then July the 5th, 1997, Raul Marquez wins in the 4th round. Referee stops the fight against Romales Ellis from US in Lake Charles in the US. A little bit of a move around. So from here, we're staying with Raul Marquez. against Keith Mullins, the next fight. Raul Marquez. So on September the 13th. September the 13th. 1997. September the 13th, 1997. Raul Marquez fights Keith Mullins, wins on points over 12 rounds in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then December the 6th, 1997, Luis Ramon Campos from Mexico wins in the 8th round. Referee stops the fight against Raul Marquez, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Then March the 23rd, 1998, Luis Ramon Campos wins in the 3rd round against Anthony Stevens. Referee stops the fight in Mashantucket. And then June the 6th, 1998, Luis Ramon Campos from Mexico wins the 11th round. Referee stops the fight against Pedro Ortega from Mexico in Tijuana, Mexico. September the 18th, 1998, Luis Ramon Campos wins in the 3rd round. Referee stops the fight against Larry Barnes from the US in Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay. So, yeah, September the 18th, 1998, Luis Ramon Campos wins against Larry Barnes from the US in Las Vegas, Nevada. Also beating Pedro Ortega just before that, 11th round, and Anthony Stevens in the 3rd. Now, December the 12th, 1998. Fernando Vargas from the US wins in his 7th round. Referee stops the fight. The 7th round against Luis Ramon Campos from Atlantic City. That was in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Then you got March the 13th, 1999. Fernando Vargas wins against Howard Clark from England. Wins against Howard Clark from England in the 4th round. Referee stops the fight against Howard Clark from England. That was in New York. So July the 17th, 1999. Fernando Vargas wins 11th round. Referee stops the fight against Raul Marquez from the US at Lake Tahoe, Nevada. December the 4th, 1999. Fernando Vargas wins on points over 12 rounds against the durable Ronald Winky Wright from the US, Lincoln City. So, April the 15th, 2000, Fernando Vargas wins on points over 12 rounds against Ike the Bazooka Corti from Ghana, Las Vegas. 2 bangers there. And then August the 26th, 2000, Fernando Vargas wins in the 4th round against Ross Thompson from the US. He stops Ross Thompson in the 4th round. Referee stopping the fight in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now we've got the WBC and IBF titles. February 24th, 1996, Terry Norris wins in the 8th round. Referee stops the fight against Vincent Petaway from the US. In Richmond. And then September the 7th, 1996, Terry Norris wins in the 5th round against Alex Rios from the US in the 5th round. It's in Las Vegas. Then January the 11th, 1997, Terry Norris wins in the 10th round. Referee stops the fight against Nick Ruper from Canada in Nashville, Tennessee. Now, March 1997, Terry Norris relinquishes his IBF title. We've got the WBA title now. So August the 21st, 1996, Laurent Baudouani from France wins in the 5th round. Referee stops the fight against Julius Caesar Vasquez in La Canette, France. Then March the 29th, 1997, Laurent Baudouani wins on points against Carl Daniels on points over 12 rounds in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then February the 13th, 1998, Laurent Baudouani draws with Guillermo Jones from Panama. He fought in a lot of different weight divisions, he did, Guillermo Jones, in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Now, May the 30th, 1998, Laurent Baudouani wins on points over 12 rounds against Guillermo Jones in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then November the 30th, 1998, Laurent Baudouani wins in 9th round. Referee stops the fight against Terry Norris in Paris, France. March the 6th, 1999, David Reed wins on points over 12 rounds against Laurent Baudouani, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Then July the 16th, 1999, David Reed wins on points over 12 rounds against Kevin Kelly from Australia. Not the Kevin Kelly that fought Nazim Mohammed in the lower weight, it's a different one. This one's from Australia. This is in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Then we've got David Reed again. August 28th, 1999, David Reed wins on points against Keith Mullins from the US over 12 rounds in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then you've got March the 3rd, 2000, Felix Trinidad from Puerto Rico wins on points over 12 rounds against David Reed in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then July the 22nd, 2000, Felix Trinidad wins the 3rd round. Referee stops the fight against Mamadou Thame from France in Miami, Florida. IBF titles and WBA titles, just one here. We got December the 2nd, 2000, Felix Trinidad from Puerto Rico wins in 12th round. Referee stops the fight against Fernando Vargas, Las Vegas, Nevada. Then the IBF title, we got October the 12th, 2001. Ronald Winky Wright wins in wins on points over 12 rounds against Robert Fraser from the US in Indio. And then we've got February the 2nd, 2002. Ronald Winky Wright wins in the 5th round. Referee stops the fight against Jason Papillon in Miami, Florida. Then we got just a WBA title, one fight. The 22nd of September 2001, Fernando Vargas wins in the 7th round by KO against Jose Flores from Mexico, Las Vegas, Nevada. Then we got the WBO title that John David Jackson would like to become a trainer of fighters. So we've got December the 8th, 1988, John David Jackson wins in the 7th rounds against Lupa Quinos by retirement in Detroit, Michigan. And then April the 22nd, 1989, John David Jackson wins in the 8th round. Referee stops the fight against Steve Little from the US in Detroit, Michigan. Then February the 17th, 1990, John David Jackson has a no contest in the 11th round against Martin Camara from France, in Deauville, France. The decision caused such a scandal that the French Federation prohibited any further WBA championships from taking place under their jurisdiction in 1990. Interesting. So November the 23rd, 1990. November 23rd, 1990, John David Jackson wins on points over 12 rounds against Chris Pyatt from England, from Leicester, in Leicester, England. July the 20th, 1991, John David Jackson wins on points over 12 rounds against Tyrone Trice from the US. in McKee, New Jersey. Then June the 9th, 1992, John David Jackson wins in 9th round against Pat Lawler from the US in San Francisco. He would fight Duran at super middle when he was a bit older. A lot more shot then. But again, December the 19th, 1992, December the 19th, 1992, John David Jackson wins in 10th round by retirement against Michel Mastrodonato from Italy, in Italy, San Severo. So we go October 30th, 1993, Verno Phillips wins in his 7th round. Referee stops the fight against Lupa Quinas in Phoenix, Arizona, for the vacant title. July the 25th, 1994, Verno Phillips wins in his 7th round. Referee stops the fight against James Linanes from Mexico, Inglewood, California. November the 9th, 1994, Verno Phillips wins on points over 12 rounds against Santos Cardona from Puerto Rico in New Orleans. February 3rd, 1995, Verno Phillips wins on points over 12 rounds against Santos Cardona in Bushkill, and then he fights him again. February 3rd, 1995, Verno Phillips wins on points over 12 rounds against Santos Cardona in Perugia, Italy. Nice. Verno Phillips first fights Santos Cardona in Bushkill. Then he fought him first time in New Orleans. One in November the 9th, 94, and February 3rd, 95. So we go to May the 7th, 1995. Gianfranco Rossi from Italy wins on points over 12 rounds against Verno Phillips. In Italy, Perugia, Ross failed the post-fight drug test and Phillips was reinstated as champion. So, November the 22nd, 1995. We've got Paul Jones from England, wins on points over Verno Phillips in Sheffield, England. February 1996, Jones stripped for failing to make a mandatory defence against Branko McCart. Then we got March the 1st, 1996, Branko McCart from the US wins in 9th round. Referee stops the fight in Santos Cardona from Puerto Rico, Indio, California. And then we got May the 17th, 1996, Ronald Winky Wright wins on points over 12 rounds against Branko McCart in Monroe. Going to leave it there at the beginning of Winky Wright's reign for a while. Bang. That's the end of third.